power of gold. Goldfinger.
And mics are live now.
Microphones
I had it muted.
are
And
live.
no Kevin, no Rick tonight.
Yeah, Rick is up. So you should be able to get back and see us again now.
I do.
Cool. You like testing me, don't you, Jeff?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Let's see how back you really
I
are.
passed.
Silly Wabbit. Good evening, Gunslingers. Good evening to you, sir.
Hey. Robert, hey brother, good to see you, man. Wish all those lovely ladies who bore children or your mothers a happy Mother's Day. We appreciate all of them.
Yeah, this world doesn't work very long, very far, very well without mothers.
No.
And big respect to them, let's face it. If males were the ones that had to give birth, we would have watched the first guy rolling around in pain and gone, you get away from me with that thing. This species is over with. I am not doing that.
First generation, last generation.
I think a fuck that would be appropriate.
One and done.
Yeah.
There was a fun conversation at the range today about you can listen to the show on the radio, but you really should watch it on one of the streaming platforms because you miss all the good stuff during the commercial breaks.
Boogity, boogity, boogity.
Hey, Fred. Hey, Mom, happy Mother's Day.
Who else is on?
Well, on the Facebooks, it looks like no one's chimed in yet, but it might be because I'm on Gunslinger Radio. Some people are at Gunslinger Auctions, but I didn't see it there earlier. But Fred, Robert, Mom's on. So everyone's starting to chime in now.
You have an SVT, don't you? A Russian SVT?
Yes, in May auction.
You spent much time with one?
I have actually, yeah.
They're the most ungainly thing to behold, and I understand they are a plumber's nightmare to disassemble.
Yeah.
But it is a surprisingly comfortable thing to shoot, in spite of its
Well, the
Brobignagian, thank you, size.
there is one issue to them. They have a very strange recoil. It goes,
Yes.
okay, now.
Point made.
Yeah, so I'm not a big fan.
Right up there with the Shao shot when it comes to comfortable to shoot.
Yeah.
Poke your eye, poke your eye, poke your eye.
John says comments are disabled on Facebook.
That's fine. I was able to, but let's see. I'm not a mod on Facebook. I'll ask.
Ooh. That's good looking leather, Fufara. Dang.
Everyone, you said it's on default, but I was able to comment, but I don't know what that means. Oh, there we are.
Okay, let's get back. Dang, nice ab scales.
Good to see you, Fred. God bless you.
My daughter says ants are matriarchal. She had a whole list of things that are matriarchal. Orcas are matriarchal. Hyenas are matriarchal. I like to feel that, well, how do I say this? I'm glad I'm not an orca.
Robert Silly Wabbit said he came into the shop yesterday.
Which one?
Which shop, Rob?
That's cool.
Well, of course that's cool. Oh, he must have been the orange because he said he just missed you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys are popping in. Hit that like button right now. Show some love. If you haven't done it yet, go ahead and share it so people know that we are on the air.
Like savoir-faire, we are everywhere. How did Kat do?
Good.
I sent her a text this morning.
Yeah, she was very pleased with that, so thanks for that.
Of course.
Sent her a happy Mother's Day.
That's very sweet.
Oh, yeah. Robert put, he came in and, he brought in a Webley single shot 22.
Oh, cool.
Very cool.
Hey, Webley.
Thank you, Lisa. Happy Mother's Day to you. Smokey the Bear shirt. Smokey Bear.
Have you seen this Smokey the Bear commercial that they're playing like every 35 seconds? Where two males and a female are out camping and she comes out and tells them how to put out the campfire. And then they all walk away, her in the lead and the two guys in the back. What are they trying to say here?
Dumb man don't know how to put out fire.
Well, two males and a female go camping.
What?
Is this like a polyamory thing? I don't.
A lot of love
Way
in
to
that
bust out
forest.
polyamory, by the way, before we even hit the radio.
Well,
But you know the whole thing. You'd rather run into a bear than a man in the woods. By the way, who was that young hiker that just got killed and eaten in Yellowstone? Let me know how that goes for you.
yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. Where were they trying to go with this? How do you feel about bear spray?
I think it worked good on people, which it's actually illegal to use.
I like to spray them with my 44 Magnum. No, I don't know.
Yes, there is no the. Yes, I corrected myself. Smokey Bear.
Smokey Bear.
Yes.
All right, they're on the news.
Run a Webley single shot 22. That should be cool. My buddy Eric just gun brokered a Webley full 55. He's very excited about it. Ooh, here's a fun question.
Thanks, Bob.
It is not a collectible. It's a shooter. It's a beater. Should he re-blue it or not?
Nah, I wouldn't.
You like the patina? Oh, here we are.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Gunslingers Radio on
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
That's right. From San Francisco to San Diego, from LA to Phoenix to Vegas, we are on the air.
And we are all over your internet. Not going to say face this time. All over your internet, ladies and gentlemen. We are on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Rumble. Make sure you're stopping in, hitting that like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, because we're only, I think, a little over 300 away from 2,000 on YouTube subscribers.
Ooh, do it.
Let's keep it running, folks. So make sure you're subscribed and make sure you're sharing with your friends. Comment where you're listening from today. Happy Mother's Day.
It's Mother's Day. So we have a
Day.
very special Mother's Day show, right?
Very special.
Okay.
Hey, we're a bunch of mother lovers, so what can we say?
There you go. Well, let's see. Let's catch up with what's going on at Gunslingers.
Yes.
We're getting ready, folks. The May 30th it's 3 weeks from yesterday.
Oh boy.
This is panning out to be one of the best auctions Gunslingers has ever had.
And you've had some good auctions.
We have had some good ones, but this one may take the cake. There's some choice
Cake
stuff
is being taken.
We've been touting
Served
it
up.
as such. We've been
Yeah.
telling people there's a lot of prize in here. So
Yeah, a lot of good stuff, guys. So make sure you go to gunslingerauctions.com and check out the website. All you got to do is go to bid now with, I think there's proxy bid, high bid, when yada bid. And,
yeah, yada be.
yeah,
None of your business.
Whatever. Go to those. You don't have
It's
to
all your
bid.
business.
Just click on one of those tabs, and it'll take you to the catalog where you can see every single thing that we're selling with pictures and descriptions.
And if
So-
you're looking for something in particular, a model or a caliber, go ahead. There's a little search engine on the catalog. Go ahead and type it in there. You can go ahead and filter out all the stuff you don't need to be staring at, but you should anyway. But go ahead and check out what you like.
And for those of you that are Dodger fans that leave early, you don't want to be doing that on this one because there's good stuff all the way to the end. Speaking of the Dodgers, what the hell?
Bit of a slip and
They're
slide.
they seem to be flatlining a little bit.
No, I would say they're dead.
Really, what a slow.
In 27 innings, they've scored.
8.
No, I think it's 1 today, 2 yesterday, and 3 on Friday. That's 6 runs in 27 innings with that offense.
With that lineup.
How
How many has Andy Podges scored of those runs, too?
most of them.
Yeah.
I think
He's turned out to be the bargain of the century.
What did they have? 2 hits all day today. One homer, and then pothead pages, whatever the heck you want to call him. I swear when they talk about him on the, it sounds like they're saying pothead.
Yeah. Pares.
Yeah, but any which way, my opinion, just my opinion, it's management.
It has been.
You've got a literal all-star team here, guys. All-star team, and if they're flatlining, that means that there's issues in management.
You know my opinion on that particular topic, and there's some concurrence there.
Yeah, so
I think that's been the word around the water cooler for a bit.
But
now.
that's not why you guys are tuning in, so I'll shut up on that. But anyway, so this week at the auction, same stuff. We got a whole bunch of stuff in for. We're working on the September catalog now because
Man,
May has been up.
You haven't done May yet.
I know, and I'm already I've completely forgotten about what's in May, and I'm working on September.
Hey, real quick, where you don't have to be there, but you kind of should. Where is it being held?
It's at the Highway 39 Event Center on State College. Off of State College, it's 10 minutes from my Orange store, and it's 2.5 minutes away from Angel Stadium.
Yep.
So if you guys know where Tile Row is in Orange County on
Right
State
there.
College, it's right smack in the middle of it, and it is the coolest place. You should go every third Sunday. They have a car show there, which I think
Pistons and brunch.
something. Yeah.
Which you had been part of.
Yeah, we've done it a few times. Well, you were there for the
Absolutely.
one time.
Had a good
yeah.
time.
Yeah, we brought a bunch of my cars, and we had a little American Graffiti Day there.
Had a little American Graffiti Corner. Jeff's
Yeah.
American Graffiti Corner.
Yeah, and pretty soon we'll have a bullet corner because, there it is. There it is right there.
Yeah.
That's for those of you that are not on the internet. It's
We're all looking at a picture of cars.
That's my 55 Chevy, 51 Merc, 58 Impala, and 32 Ford.
Oh yeah.
And they're all real. Yeah.
all real and all really yours.
And they all drove down there, and they all drove back.
Yeah, my little 32, the yellow one, of course. That's the car that ruined my life. I was 12 years old when I saw American Graffiti for the first time, and it just
Hamina.
oh man, you know what? I didn't know nothing about nothing, and when I walked out of there, I was just it's so enamored with the whole thing. I actually got in a fist fight with an old friend of mine, Ronnie Pierce, when we were 13 over who was cooler, John Milner or Fonzie.
Those is
Yeah, wait,
fighting
wait.
words.
Right?
Yeah, no, you know what? Those of you who would like to participate, I think we need to have an online. We need to have an online
Who is
survey.
cooler?
Yeah.
Who is cooler?
That's a fun one.
Fonzie or John Milner? And anybody that says Fonzie, look out! I'll be coming for you.
In fairness, he wrote a Triumph, but it was a 500. Ooh, swing and a miss.
You know, I understand that Triumph in the first season was the same one that Steve McQueen used in The Great Escape.
I did.
Okay.
That would make sense. I did not know that. How
Yeah,
cool
I
is
don't
that?
know that they used it for the whole series, but because Henry Winkler could not ride a
That's right.
motorcycle, yeah, they used a smaller because they wanted, you know, he's a
diminutive fellow.
he's a tough guy, and he's
Yeah.
but he's like 5'2". You know?
Sell it. Go ahead, young
Yeah,
man.
well, you know, and so they didn't want him to be, you know, this is early '70s television, and they didn't want him to be a typical tough guy, so they made him wear cotton jackets instead of a leather jacket. And I know, it's
Fill
just-
him out a little bit.
You know, respect to him. Then he was climbing a hill trying to sell that character.
Oh, absolutely, and the show really didn't take off the first couple of seasons.
No.
I think it was the third season when they moved the Fonz into the upstairs above the garage.
Gotta move
So
him.
he could be a
apartment.
regular character.
Yeah, and they got rid of poor Chuck, the older brother.
Basketball playing.
Yeah, which was actually two different guys.
Rest in peace, Chuck. We all missed you.
Yeah, television. Yeah, well, which Chuck? Chuck A or Chuck B?
Chuck 1 or Chuck 2? Which one Chuck are you?
He got chucked.
Yeah,
Oh.
fair enough. Yeah. Anyway, so
Yep.
yeah, we're doing stuff. I'm getting calls. I got a call from a couple out in Las Vegas. They're coming in with about 75 next week. So you know, and I think we have about 200 spots left for September, and that they're going to take up 75. So if you want to get your stuff in for auction,
it in.
guys, yeah, get it in soon, because otherwise, you know, by the time we get to
The actual auction to this auction, we might be full.
well, we'll be working on December by the,
Oh,
you know, the way it's
boy.
going. So
Yeah, I even brought a couple in for this next auction.
You
So,
sure
hey,
did,
do you
yeah,
want to help
so-
a brother out? Just let you know. I'll tell you which guy.
and speaking of helping a brother out, we have a phone. What's that number?
You guys call in. The number is 866-870-5752. Again, 866-870-5752.
And this is equal parts entreaty and threat. We like it when you call. It gives the show some color. And if you don't talk, we will.
And Wolfman gonna get you. Oh man! Oh, and by the way, no Rick tonight. He took Mother's Day off, so
Good on him.
yeah. So we'll have our phone lines open even longer.
Come on, so you can call in now because
Yeah.
we have the whole next segment open. 866-870-5752.
All right, give us a call. A little later, we'll talk about for Mother's Day. The missus wanted me to take her to the world famous Double R Bar.
How cool is that?
Yeah, so we'll talk about that when we get to it. But speaking of mothers, let's get to Richard at the airport.
Hey.
How are you, Richard?
Good evening, you gold-plated gunslingers.
Thank you, sir. What can we do for you tonight?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the Ruger 1022 rifle. The little cartridge that holds the 10 bullets.
The magazine.
How often should that be replaced?
Every 10 shots.
Well, yeah.
No.
He's being punny, Richard. Yeah, don't mind him. You know, a magazine can go for a long time. You know, the spring inside of it is made out of what they call
Modern
spring steel for a reason. So if you start feeling when you're loading it, if it starts feeling mushy, mushy, as somebody out there will get that. As you're loading it, if it's starting to feel no
Spongy.
spongy or no give, then it's time to replace your mag, or at least the spring in that mag. Okay.
You should have a half a dozen anyway because they go fast.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, yeah, that's just much for when you're loading it. As long as there's a lot of back pressure, you're good.
Yeah.
Yes.
All righty.
Okay.
All right. Give us your joke.
All right. Okay, I'm really disappointed. I thought I was going to get a lot of presents today because so many people refer to me as a mother.
Yeah, especially in traffic.
Yep. Yeah, I got the one finger salute tonight on my way in. All right, Richard, as always, thank you, sir. We'll talk to you next week.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thanks. Same
Thanks,
to you.
Richard.
God bless you. Be safe.
Okay, so anyway, like I was saying, we went out to Double R Bar today, the world famous
World
Double R Bar
famous.
today. Had a good time. We'll be getting into that in a little bit. And you're listening to Gunslingers right here on
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
and we'll be right back.
Come on.
I seas of blue, clouds of white. Can you not listen to him and not smile?
Come on.
Boy, no kidding.
Yeah.
Checking in from Georgia. Thank you, Sadie.
Yeah, Sadie. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers joining us now.
Old Bark says that is called your driving finger. When you're driving home a point, I think.
Ah,
They'll
very
give you a
nice.
point right in the eye. It's going to be an interesting evening.
Surely is.
Was live. I don't like that. What happened to his lives?
Which one kicked off? No. Started early.
Hey,
No.
No. Oh, no. Nobody can do the like I do. 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 Oh, little doctor, I do. Ain't nobody do it but me. Welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers right here on.
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
That was the human beings.
human being.
Name their other successive string of hits.
Nope.
The Oneaters.
Yeah.
One-hit wonders.
That was it. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, anyway, so like I said, tonight Rick took the night off because him and his wife are, I believe, out of town. So good on him for that. Yeah, and so that means it's just us and you guys.
Come on. So,
And hopefully we get some phone calls. Jimmy, what's that number?
guys, it's time for you to shine. 866-870-5752. Again, 866-870-5752.
And if it goes up busy, because we've been getting a lot of people saying that they're calling, but all I get is a busy, just keep calling.
Keep going. We're waiting for you.
Yeah, just keep calling. We'll get there, and as soon as you get through, we'll get you on.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay, so Double R Bar today. Like I said,
Out of the lovely Victor Valley.
yeah, it's a bit of a putt, but you don't find a cooler place.
Oh,
One of the best ranges in cowboy action shooting.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's worldwide, not just Southern California.
World
And good
famous for a
folks,
reason.
Yeah, and so
But
John,
on to the competition.
yeah, well, John and Annie put on a good match. There was some interesting stages.
Give me, for instance.
They did now. Do you know what the military sweep is?
Yes.
Okay.
Lift, right, left.
Yes. So if you've got two targets and you go left target, right target, left target. So dun. Well, he called it a Gomer pile. So it was right, left, right.
Oh.
Now, fairness, I've never done that before.
Yeah, well, in fairness, nobody else had either.
And how'd that go for you?
It was interesting. I didn't have a problem with it. I had a problem with everything else. But
You're left-handed, so it makes...
yeah. So it was a little bit odd. But I tell you, can you see that?
Yes.
Y-
Wow.
Yeah, I really did a number on my. Now, and keep in mind, this is brand new brass. This is leftover stuff from the state that I shot today, and I don't know what happened, but I did something. Can you see
Yeah,
the
definitely
video?
got some
Yeah.
redness
That's,
there on a
yeah.
knuckle.
It was sticking in the chamber, so I think I may have picked up a burr or I got something stuck in my chamber because, like I said, this is brand new brass, and I could not get it to get out. And man, I did a number.
You
on
were giving it the
Yeah.
college try, dang.
Yeah, so I
That's
was
10 hours ago, and it's still still barking.
Yeah, I was in a bit, well, still am in a bit of pain. And then, I got this stupid foot problem that is not going away. Literally right now, I got my foot out of my shoe because I'm in flip-flops. And I got it on an ice pack.
Yep.
So,
Well, you're doing the right stuff, but
yeah,
ouch.
so I'm, ugh. But anyway, so.
I tell you to keep it elevated, but we are on the internet.
Yeah. So anyway, so it was a lot of fun. It was 6 stages, and of course it's Mother's Day, so not a ton of people showed up. So we just had the one group of shooters, and we got through it pretty quick. I think we got done about 12:30.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so
6 stages.
6 stages, and everybody had a good time. The
Oh,
missus,
fun.
There's a picture from today.
Yeah, if anyone online, you can see
You
the
look-
Mrs. Gunslinger up there.
You do look like you're hurting a little bit, but yeah, that's.
You're
You're a little pinched.
I finished shooting because I was shooting first today, and so I shot and I got out of my stuff and yeah, I ran the timer for most of the day and
so that means you're on your feet even more.
unfortunately yeah and so I'm in a lot of pain. I gotta stop taking the timer and just go pull up a chair and
Seriously.
spot for people because
Seriously.
I'm getting to the point where I can't do this anymore.
Yeesh.
Anyway, so that was what I did. How about you, Mark? You went to another match?
I went to the Canyon Oaks group up in Panorama. Now, this is a group that shoots more old school. The target distances are.
little
They would be
farther.
they're greater target distances. People would complain, I think, in modern cowboy action shooting because some are out there. But they also do a whole bunch of stuff. And these guys, mostly 2 guys, John and Phil. These guys huck steel. They put a lot of steel out there, so there's a lot to shoot at. But they do stuff like the Texas Star, known as the Death Star.
The
for
Death
those.
Star, you bet.
Poppers, running rabbits, and stuff. So I do like shooting that because it's a much greater challenge. And you know me, one of my mantras is train hard to win easy, right?
Yeah.
But they also are very flexible. They don't mind if I shoot a 1911, and they even gave me permission today, having fun with this, to shoot a Smith & Wesson 1917 and a Colt New Service. Now these are 120-year-old
Double action.
double action revolvers. And theoretically, a double action might give you some sort of an advantage over a single action. We both know better because the single actions are so easy to be shot well. And these guns are so archaic, there is absolutely no advantage to be gained.
Yeah.
Anyway, so these guys, it's all just for fun. And so these guys allow that kind of foolishness.
There you
Anyway,
go.
I do enjoy the match.
And of course, the Smith 1917, I believe, was used in a particular series of movies, Indiana Jones.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So if you're wondering what a Smith 1917 looks like, it's the gun that Indiana Jones used in all of his movies. And oddly enough, the Colt New Service is a dead ringer for it.
Very tough to tell them apart
Yeah.
unless Colt is emblazoned on the grips.
Yeah, so both real good, solid guns, rather large.
Yes, because they're 45.
Yeah, and a little uncumbersome.
They're not
Cumbersome.
uncomfortable so much as just awkward. I don't know what gorilla or
Whose hands
orca
did they use?
they were designed around because they're. Again, you know me, I'm fascinated with evolutionary spirals. And in this, you can see they cleaned up a whole lot of stuff after those guns. But, they're great fun. They're very archaic.
Yeah.
We have to have a shoot-off between those and like a Webley on an upcoming video one of these days.
Honestly, they would kill the Webley.
Well, with various shades of awful, but yes.
Yeah, on top of which the Webley shoots 455 Ely.
So we'd still be waiting for some of those bullets to hit the target.
at about $140 a box.
Gee.
Yeah, they're a little pricey these days. And
The 1917, the Colt New Service that I was using is a kind of a very cool, rare one. It was engraved to. This one made its way during the First World War, clearly, made its way over to the British Isles. The British were desperate for firearms with the outbreak of the First World War. And so this one had been rechambered in 455. And then it came back to the United States with the engraving to a Lieutenant Shaw of the Royal Lancers and had been rechambered then again to 45 Colt.
A re-chamber.
So it's a re-chamber. Anyway, fun story. You love about the history of these sorts of things.
Bit of history there.
absolutely.
I love it.
Yeah, very cool.
And they were both pressed into service by the U.S. government. And fun history stuff because we were kind of caught with our trousers down
yeah.
in the First World War as well. And we had unquestionably the best pistol of the First and I'll say the Second World War, which was the 1911.
Mm-hmm.
The problem was there were only several thousands of them in service, and all of a sudden you're sending 4 million guys over to France. And so they hurriedly rechambered the Smith & Wesson Model 1917 and the Colt New Service back to 45 ACP or 245 ACP so that they would have enough handguns to put in the arms of American troops.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the same thing happened in World War II with, for some reason, in the old, I don't see it so much anymore, but we always seem to get caught with our pants down. They actually,
Same thing, absolutely true.
yeah, they always decide, we're never going to have a war again, the Great War.
The war to end all wars, which lasted, 18 years?
Yeah, and because them pesky Germans.
They kept coming back. And you've seen Norm Macdonald's thing about the Germans. They went to war with the world.
Man, balls on those
And the
guys.
scary part was it was close.
Yeah, very true, very true. I had some fun yesterday with a good friend of both of ours, Lead Dispenser.
Hey.
Now he has moved to Wyoming.
Right.
Good old
Took his business and went out to Wyoming. Well, yesterday they had the Cody, Wyoming horse sale.
Did you get?
Well, and there was one horse, number 22, his name being Rufus, who is he was a part quarter horse, part draft horse, and part gypsy vanner, which means the gypsies are the ones with all the mane. Yeah. Well, he didn't have all the mane. He had just the right amount of that's a nice mane and tail, and he didn't have the feathers around the bottoms, but he was absolutely gorgeous. And to prove my point, he went so far, so fast past where I
Past
wanted
your
to
top.
go.
Oh, man.
I never even got a bid in.
Oh,
Wow.
it started high.
So,
Yeah, well, Dutch auctioning is this, where you go, all right, let's go 20,000. Anybody 20, who bid 20,000? Oh, I got 10. Anybody 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. No, I got 5,000. No, I got 5,000. It got to be 6. 5,000 now 6. Now it got to be 7. Anybody 7, 7, 7. And that's called Dutch auctioning, where you start out high and you go back down. Okay, well. They just started him like at 20 and
people jumped in.
Kept going.
He ended up selling for $32,000.
Holy smokes!
Yeah, and now kid, think about it. Okay, so I would have had to get them money. Then I would have had to have him brought out here. That would have cost, with the price of gas right now, that would have cost about $10,000 right there. So by the time I would have been into this horse, it just killed it for me.
That's another car.
Yeah, exactly.
An indicator of your good taste, obviously, because everybody else felt the same way.
Second most expensive horse in the sale.
Oh, boy.
I know. Just
Wow, what is a secretariat? I mean,
I don't know. All right, guys, you're listening to Gunslingers right here on
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And you know what? Quick, what's the number?
Guys, call in 866-870-5752. Again, 866-870-5752.
Give us a call, or the Wolf Man gonna get you. Oh, I love that song. Do you know Bruce Hornsby wrote that?
I'm sorry.
Did you know Bruce Hornsby wrote that song? I can't.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah.
I've always thought the world of him as an artist, and I did not know that. And now that I think about it, boy, can you see it? You could also see how he showed up on people's radars after selling 100 million of that.
Yeah, very true.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
As I recall, talking to Don Was, big time producer.
I know
back
who he
in-
is.
Okay, that was the demo they made in her living room, and they sent it off, and they said, they got into the studio, and they just couldn't capture the magic. Everybody sitting around, and there are 2 points at which, if you listen closely, you can hear the creak of the chair because they're sitting in like kitchen chairs.
Yeah, doing this. Yeah.
That is a great song and a great performance.
Agreed.
Wow, I didn't know that. Thank you.
And was not was.
Yes.
Yeah.
He had a good run. I want to say people like Alanis Morissette. And
Wasn't he part of 10cc too? He was in some band. I don't in the 70s.
I don't know. Yeah.
And that would be about right because that was an interesting band. They had some very different tunes.
And his production was always a little left of center. And you know the music business. The trick is to sound like everybody else, but don't sound like everybody else.
Yeah.
And he managed to create the sound that people wanted to copy next year.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Wow, Jeff and the Missus, great couple. I can envision you both singing Happy Trails. Bart, you're good.
Thank you, sir.
Man.
Ooh, Summer Blast next weekend at the Oak Tree Gun Club, 16th and 17th.
What's that?
Next weekend, the Oak Tree Gun Club in Santa Clarita is having their annual Summer Blast
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
from 8 to 6 p.m.
RJ was telling me about it.
I'm going to have to miss the Saturday. Saturday, I've got a problem, man. Saturday is the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, which is a motorcycle ride for cancer. But it's also, I'm entering this. It's also the Red Bull Soapbox Derby in downtown L.A.
Oh, boy.
And I'm entering next year. I've put together a crack team of engineers,
You told me about
all of
that.
whom you know.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about the first prospectus that came in from our friend Shotgun Boogie? I figured we're doing this for $800, right? We got some steel fab laying around, and you put on a couple of beat up used motocross. This thing has to run downhill for about 45 seconds. It just rolls. It just rolls. His bill, $8,000.
That sounds like Boogie.
Must have the Bilstein shock absorbers, the Brembo brakes. Hey, dude, it's got to roll down a hill. And you got 3 engineers. And do you know what you can tell an engineer? Nothing.
Oh, yeah. They should be back us. Oh, no. There we go.
There you go. Oh, good choices tonight.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Guess who just got back today? Oh, well, I blew it.
You know what? Better early than...
Guess who just got back today? Those wild-eyed boys that have been away. Man, ain't got much to say, but I still think those cats are crazy. Woo!
That's a
Was
great
asking
tune.
if you were around, how you was, where you could be found. Told him that you were living downtown. Driving all the old men crazy. Welcome back, everybody. That's us driving all the old men crazy.
Oh, yeah. That's what we do, right? But what an apt song.
Yeah.
We do have someone
Thank
back.
That's right. That's why I put it in there.
I love it.
Yeah, the one and only Kevin.
He's back in the house.
He's back and quasi healed.
Yeah.
I still don't understand how I got back in 2 weeks after having heart surgery. It took
Right.
Kevin 5 months for a knee, but that's just me.
You're calling in from the hospital.
Yeah.
Unplug that. I can't.
Get it off of me.
Oh, man.
We're just really happy to have him back. Thank you, everyone out there. I know he's really appreciative of all the kind words and all the prayers you've been sending his way. He's looking great. He's moving around great. So great to have him back.
And it'll be nice because when something goes wrong, we can all yell, Kevin! Oh, man. Okay. So, where were we? Oh, September. Okay, I already covered that we only have about 200 spots left. There was something else I was going to talk about now. And
You have the mixture of firearms and other stuff as well.
yeah. Well, some of the things we uncovered a solid frame 97 trench gun. Apparently, they're a little bit rare, so that was pretty cool. We got that in.
Those are going for crazy jack too.
Oh yeah,
Uncovered.
We have a takedown in May, a takedown one, but they're not quite as popular as the solid frames. So, of course, we have a whole collection. We've got the Winchester 97 trench gun. We've got a Model 12 trench gun. We've got a Savage trench gun. We have an Ithaca Vietnam era Model 37
That's
trench gun.
that's
yeah.
that's my choice for the Oscars.
Oh man! So, guys, go to gunslingerauctions.com. Check it out.
I'm looking at the catalog right now, and things are flying. But again, we have over 740 lots on there for you folks.
Yeah.
You're gonna find something you love, especially because we were touting in the beginning that it was a lot of military surplus. Now we've got a lot of bit of everything.
Oh
in there,
yeah,
folks. I mean,
yeah. Well, right now the hottest gun in the whole catalog is a Colt Supermatch 38 Super,
38
Oh, yeah.
Super.
and I believe it's from the 1930s. And this thing is already bid up to like $9,750.
That's where it's at.
What makes that gun so hot? I mean, obviously scarcity, right?
Yeah, and apparently the super match is very rare, and they really went over the top for some reason. Not so much with the super match. Well, they actually I don't think they made a 1911 45 super match. They made match or national match,
Yeah.
but not a super match. And this thing, it's all hand done. It's an absolutely gorgeous
That's
gun.
the golden era of American firearms.
And this is about 98%.
That's what I was going to
blue.
mention. It's so it looks practically new.
That's
If
not
you
gonna
guys
hurt.
have seen the pictures of this thing, it's pristine.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous.
The top. Hey.
I think he's trying to tell you something.
Kevin!
No, the top 3 high bids right now are on the 338s.
So there 38 Super, I tell you, I don't understand how come that is not so much more popular, because it is such a great round.
You want to tell the folks when it came to prominence and why?
Well, they go all the way back to 1900 with a 38 ACP,
Right.
and
But
then
the 38 Super is a whole different ball of wax.
it really is, but it's almost identical.
Yes.
As far as size wise, there's just considerably more powder, and if you put a 38 Super
In a 38,
in a gun that's 38 ACP, you're not
Might
gonna
have a
like
parts kit.
Yeah, you're not going to like the outcome.
Yeesh.
The FBI
But,
apparently was having a problem. This is the Bonnie and Clyde era, and the FBI was issuing customarily revolvers and 1911s to their officers. And cars back in the day, as you will remember, were made like battle. You got a bunch of them.
Yeah.
How heavy are the doors on some of those cars, right? And they needed something that could penetrate car bodies better. This is the story that I have heard. And so they created the 38 Super, which hits a lot harder, going a lot faster.
Well, I don't know if this is true, but there's another story about the 357 Magnum, and this is I've heard this 10,000 times, but apparently most police officers in the day of Bonnie and Clyde were issued 38 Special.
Right.
And 38 Special, as we all know, can be a little bit anemic. And, all you had to do back then was, well, you've got a 34 Ford, but I've got a 34 Ford V8.
Yeah.
You're a little four-banger, and, I just get in the car and go, and I leave you in the dust in 2-3 minutes, because...
I'll be there eventually, but I'm still leaving in the
we're
dust.
still talking 34 Ford motors. But so they came out with a 357 mag to literally attempt to break motors.
So you can punch, literally
Yeah.
break car blocks.
Yeah, cars
Disabled.
would break down.
Engine blocks.
Now, whether or not that's true, somebody maybe call in and tell us. But that's been a rumor I've heard for decades and decades.
This is a gun show. This would be the kind of place to talk about.
Yeah. And speaking of, Jimmy, what's that number?
You guys, again, call in. Lines are open. 866-870-5752. 866-870-5752.
And if you get a busy signal, just keep on calling.
Yeah, come on. We're waiting for you.
Let's get to our friend Mark out in Woodland Hills. How are you, Mark?
Hey, good evening, Patriots.
Good evening,
Mark.
brother.
I just wanted to let everybody know that if the woke Democrats take the House, they will rename the second Sunday in May as Birthing Person's Day. What do you guys think?
I think you're probably right.
That is bananas.
Yeah, sadly. But, I'd like to remind the audience that the most important defense of our sacred Second Amendment rights is at the ballot box, unfortunately.
Yep.
We have to do it now. It's not something we can rest on our laurels. We got to get the vote out. And just because we get this redistricting, it still leaves the establishment rhinos in charge. Always vote America First candidates and turf out these liars from office in the primaries. Unfortunately, it's almost completely moot in California, of course. And unfortunately, recently, former Rhino Vice President Judas Pence has been going around doing media. I don't know if you guys have caught any of it, but he is, he's doing what his masters tell him because they all oppose the president's policies. And all I can say is thank God Trump finally has a loyal vice president.
Yeah, exactly.
We have a Jacksonian populist culture and history, and Pence is solely to blame for igniting political havoc in our nation and even racially divide us.
Yeah.
He should just shut up and go back to his fat cat corporate board member gigs, okay?
Stay in your lane.
And that's who his masters are.
And take
I hate
Hilton with
to
him.
end like that, but Pence could have, as he was president of the Senate, and he constitutionally had the right to return these bizarre vote tallies back to the state legislature.
Yes.
When there's irregularities, they can cast the electors. And keep in mind, these assemblies were overwhelmingly GOP, and Trump would have been returned to office in 2020. But in the 4 years out in the cold,
In the
he really
wilderness.
came up with some very good policies.
I agree.
Had
I
time to
actually
think
think
about
that
it.
the split was better for him than had he got 8 years in a row.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And I have seen him since I met him in 2015 with a veterans group. He has grown exponentially. It's really very surprising because he was an accomplished man before. I didn't know who the heck he was hardly, because it never really.
Yeah, he was
crossed
just that
over
guy on
into-
TV.
into-
Yeah.
I know the
Yeah,
guy with
I
money.
had nothing. I hadn't know. But when I heard his policies early on, I go, hey, this guy has potential.
Yeah.
And if he
have
brings
you
all
done-
his audience with him, all the better.
Have you noticed, Mark, how all of a sudden it's midterms time and all of a sudden, gas is, that's Trump's fault. This,
Everything.
and then so what do? They just bounce that. I mean, any of these California gubernatorial debates, they have nothing to say except, I'm against Trump.
Yeah. Just falling in
It's
line.
almost funny that, and I'm poor. I was raised poorer than you were.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That's
I
a
know.
hysterical sweepstakes.
Well, numbnuts Newsom can open up the refineries, okay? Instead of having them shut down, we should still have nuclear. It's the safest form of energy on Earth.
I know.
He's suing the federal
And you know
government for
what?
trying to open
Here's
another
something I know
offshore
for a
platform.
fact.
Yeah. I know. It's,
Here's something I know for a fact. I've met people of all sort of political stripes in my day, and I have heard this once, and it really resonated with me. He said, all the leaderships of these green groups know that nuclear is the best option, but they can't present it to their constituents, as it were.
well,
You know?
because television has told them that it's bad and everybody believes.
Shame,
and
shame,
that's
shame.
it. Yeah. That's this. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah. Well,
short of it.
Twilight. That's Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Well, or or it was also a Superman cartoon, Bizarro World,
Bizarro.
and that's where we're living in.
Me, Superman.
All right.
Well, the electric car and all that other rubbish is a net loss.
Yeah.
I start by thinking of the Congolese children digging out cobalt with their bare hands,
Yep.
and how many of them die every year just to help feed their family.
On the day.
And who's behind it? They call it artismo or something or other mining. In other words, it's small. It's even against the law in Congo. But the Chinese own the management. And, God, do I need to go on? I'm going to have a headache.
Understood, Mark. We got to go anyway. Thanks for the call. We'll talk to you again.
God bless you, brother.
God bless you guys.
Take care. Have a drink. Settle down. Everything will be fine. Take care. Bye bye.
Just in case before we go on out, again, voting is a big thing, and we didn't have the CRPA Rick tonight. But remember, go on CRPA.org, and they have your voter guide there, folks.
Find out who to vote for.
Yeah, and read up about all the things that we should be aware of, and go ahead and vote. CRPA.org help you out.
Yeah, very good. All right, you're listening to Gunslingers right here on
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And give us a call. We'll be back right after this.
Come on.
I've tried to pick a bunch of different songs.
Sorry?
Tried to pick a bunch of different songs tonight.
It's cool.
And you did.
Yeah, digging them. Oh, and I did a quick search, and so The 357 Magnum was introduced in 1935 to provide law enforcement with superior firepower to penetrate heavy automobile bodies and early bulletproof vests used by gangsters and bootleggers during the Prohibition and Depression eras.
There you go. So it wasn't just a rumor.
Nope.
When you consider what bad guys were carrying, because the gloves were off.
Oh, Christ. What did Bonnie and Clyde had
monitors.
3 BARs on them?
BARs, cut down BARs.
Yeah.
Figured out how to make it work.
Yeah.
Thompson submachine guns.
Yeah, vastly outgunned. Babyface Nelson, George Nelson, had a full auto 1911 on him when he was shot dead.
Woo.
After killing 2 guys, by the way. I'm gonna raise a fuss, I'm gonna raise a holler. About a working all summer just to try to earn $1. Well, God, my baby, I tried to get a date. My boss said, no dice, son, you gotta work late. Sometimes I wonder what I'm gonna do, cause there ain't no fuel for the summertime blues. Welcome back, everybody. Woo. I love that song.
That's good.
You know, it's funny. We meet people out in the wild, out in the open, and how many people comment on the playlist?
Everybody. I think they like that more than the show.
They're just waiting for. When's the next commercial break?
Yeah,
Gosh,
yeah, I'll turn off these guys, but I'll come back for the commercials. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I had something I was really going to do, and then that song came on, and it just went
left the door,
right out the window. We were talking about voting and all the stuff that's going on, and of course, there's, if you follow social media, right here in in California, we've got 2 Republicans running for, a spot in our jungle primary. Of course, you've got like a plethora of plethora. You've got
Wow, you are busting out the lingo today.
Thank you very much.
Reading.
That'll be the day. There's a whole bunch of Democrats running, so the thought was, well, maybe we could get 2 Republicans. But now all these polls are magically coming out, and of course, oddly enough, every time I see one, it's Hilton at the top of the post. And, they show him in a huge lead, and of course, our friend Chad Bianco is way down low. But then you read the comments, and there's hundreds and hundreds of comments.
Piling in for,
every one of them says, screw that guy, he's a rhino, and Hilton is no good, and da-da-da-da-da. Bianco is my man.
Yep.
I mean, it is absolutely amazing, the grassroots that has, is building up around him.
And the energy behind him.
Yeah, and when you see the other guy, the slaphead English guy, you don't see it.
Like
you just don't see it.
We all understand that the internet's not real life and all that, but to hear the voices and see them in the comments just pouring in this way, you can see that the people are speaking, not the internet, not these made-up polls or whatever they are.
Okay, I'll give you another. For instance, they were, how they keep playing this clip where he says, where Chad Bianco says about if they're here already, good on them, da 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 da.
Yeah,
I found by accident the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
And it is so different, but it looks so damning the way that they've got it cut. And I don't think any Democrat did that. No. So that's just,
friendly fire.
Yeah. And wasn't it Ronald Reagan who said Republicans shouldn't fight amongst themselves?
11th commandment, he said.
Yeah. So...
Yeah, I actually watched that whole thing, and it mirrors what Trump was saying about giving people the opportunity to become, letting them go, and if you want to get out, we're open for you to abide by our rules and get back in. Yeah. That type of deal. When people are talking about it, they're like, "Oh, he doesn't want."
That's not what he said. That's the way it was edited.
Riverside County, huge Hispanic population, and I want not just that for foreign immigrants and all that, but he's got to do a whole California. He's got to give people a silver lining to how to become an American, and to say, and we all know what the other guy's saying, the guy who's fast-tracked his own.
Yeah, I was going to say, how did that happen exactly? Some people it's taken 15, 20 years. This guy goes, I want to be a citizen, and boom.
And it's interesting that his stance on it, now he's coming down hard when, again, he is an immigrant himself, and he's got it
Let's do one more thing about this, and then we'll move on. But this taking a knee thing, okay? Okay, guys, we don't live in Game of Thrones. So this taking a knee, he did not bow down to the opposite queen or the, Daenerys Stormborn. What he did was he took a knee for a prayer. If you watch the whole video, and I know Dave's out there spinning in his chair, Dave has the actual first official case of BDS, by the way. Yeah, that would be Bianco derangement syndrome. But if you watch the entire thing, they tried to get a prayer going, and that's why he went down on a knee. He did not take a knee to any human being.
Nope.
He took a knee for God.
Yep. And
if you have a problem with that, maybe you're the problem.
And you can see the fruits of what happened, how his stance took. Riverside, nothing burnt down, no cars flipped, nothing. If you can see the proof, the fruits of his labors there.
Yeah.
And come on, folks, let's open our eyes and be realistic.
How could anyone vote for a Democrat at this point in time? Anyway, have you not seen what has happened to the state? The Palisades fire, the reservoir was empty. You know what? Here we are, a year and a half later, and guess what?
It's still empty.
You're going to vote for these people? You're going to vote for $7 a gallon gas? Come on.
Do you know that they were supposed to have another mayoral debate, and that she bailed?
Why? Because Spencer Pratt, by the way.
Oh, the commercials are amazing.
So he is running, for those of you outside of the loop, he is running for mayor of Los Angeles.
Yep.
And he is surprisingly articulate, incredibly well informed. And
a Republican.
And he's got a lot to work with, which is the absolute litany of failures by the current Democratic administration. Anyway, fun stuff. But we're here to talk about fun with firearms.
That's right. All right.
And put a little bug in your ear.
Yeah, okay. Let's get to Michael in Whittier. Michael, what can we do for you, sir?
Hey, good evening, gentlemen. Excuse me. I called a couple weeks ago about sending my shotgun SKB into Shotgun Boogie.
Oh, yeah.
And Mark remarked about Boogie maybe not being able to take in any new shotguns for work. And yeah, you're right. Boogie said he's not able to get his special steel from Germany.
Right.
So I'll have to put that shotgun in the back of my safe for a while longer.
There are other people who can do it, but Boogie's pretty non-Periel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my question is, I've been going through the auction list because we're getting down to that time again. I'm counting my pennies, and I've noticed that you've got 2 Mauser broom handles that are on the list, and in the description they say that they're refurbished and not refinished. And what exactly does that mean when it's listed as refurbished?
Well, it's a couple of things. It's kind of a catch-all phrase. Refurbished it has been refinished, number one, but also if they're the ones I'm thinking of, these ones had originally those guns came in the gentleman's version, which was 30 caliber,
right.
And because that is a difficult round to get these days, a lot of them have been they've been redone by removing the original barrels and putting 9mm barrels on. And if I remember correctly, both of the ones you're talking about, that has been done. So they are now in 9mm as opposed to being a gentleman's gun in 30 cal.
Unless you're a collector, that's a really good move.
It really is, because, I mean, if you just want a shooter, I mean, first off, they're going to go for shooter prices, shooter grade, not collector grade. So way better. I mean, 9mm you can find pretty much anywhere still, and that
$20 a box.
Yeah, 30 Luger is going to be a bit difficult to find. So.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Because being a child, in the 70s and seeing Star Wars, when it came out in '76,
I get it.
I have this urge to pick up one and turn it into Han Solo's blaster, and I wanted to make sure that there wasn't going to be some collector, curled up on a ball on the floor crying. Because I own a Dremel, so I think in a couple states that makes me a gunsmith.
California does. I tell you that much.
You better get your license.
And so just pick yourself up a $10 Tasco scope and
right, and a little flash hider or muzzle flash hider.
Yeah. You could probably pound that out of an old, piece of metal. So
Ready enamel cut.
And as far as your SKB, I just happen to have 3 SKBs in the auction.
Yeah.
It goes
just
silent.
in case. Just in case.
Just say it.
Just saying, Zol.
All right.
Well, that's you 3 months. It's still like, how much money have I got for this one? I'm tell the wife, no, just one more, honey, just one more.
Mike, you got it all wrong. Here's what you do. Guys, listen up. You sneak the gun into the safe when nobody's home. Leave it there for a little bit. When you pull it out, she says, "Is that a new gun?" No, it's been in the safe forever.
You never noticed anything about
He's
me.
kidding me over here. No, that thing's been there forever.
Just like when she asked, "Hey, you didn't notice my haircut or my nails?" You can just throw it right back. You never noticed my new guns. How dare you? It's been here forever.
I tell you what. All right, Mike. Thanks for the call.
Thanks very much. Sir.
Okay,
Take care, guys.
talk to you later. Bye-bye.
God bless you.
All right, hey, that opens up a line. Jimmy, what's that number?
You guys call in 866-870-5752. Again, that's 866-870-5752.
That's it. You know, that's kind of how I got started in the gun business. I've told the story before, but I was a musician, and we were playing 7 nights a week minimum. And why I say minimum is because when the hop clubs were still open, they used to have a thing called the Hoppy Hour, and from 6 to 7. And Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we had an account with them, and we would go play the Hoppy Hour, and then we'd go from there to our other gig that didn't start till 9 or 9:30. And the Hops they had their own PA, so you just show up, guitar and amp and go, and we do that hour, and then we blast. But I was talking with a dear friend of mine who's no longer with us, and I was telling him, I can see the end of the band coming, and I don't want to get caught with my pants down. So what do I do? And he was telling me during the Great Depression, only 2 things didn't go down in
value.
Two businesses, the firearms business and the sex trade. Well.
You were too good looking for one of them.
Thank you kindly. I didn't think I was going to become a Frank
Standing
Gervin
on the
male
corner.
prostitute. So I think I'm gonna. So and being captain of OCD himself, the next thing you know, I had 200 guns, and that's how I opened my store. But what I would do is I'd wait till she wasn't, and she's listening. So but the cat's been out of this bag forever. What I would do is I wait till she go to work, and then I smuggle it in, put it in the safe, and if she ever said anything, that's been in there forever.
You don't remember that one?
She doesn't know one from another back then. So it's just like, hey,
I named it after you.
yeah. and I ended up getting to about 250 guns, and
So
that
you
was
started selling out of your own personal inventory.
that was what I opened my store with. I had 5 brand new guns. Everything else was out of my safe, and that was. Get you ready for this? That was June 1st, 1998.
Hello.
So that's
28 years.
You are
Almost
pushing
28.
30 years, buddy.
Yeah, almost 28 years ago. June 1st will be my anniversary
That's
for
around
that.
the corner.
I know. Crazy deal. All right. Oh, I love this song too. Remember, you buy. You buy. All right, guys. You're listening to Gunslingers right here on.
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And Jimmy, what's that number?
866-870-5752. One more time for you. 866-870-5752.
All right, when we get back, Dave from Whittier and everybody else will get to you. And if you call and it's busy, keep calling till you get through. We'll be right back.
Yep.
I got a little too much of that desert down my throat. My voice is shot tonight.
I'm going to go freshen my water. Anyone need anything while I'm up?
I am good like wood.
Yep. I'm almost melted my ice machine thing down to the 0 here.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it bringing any relief? Is it like plantar fasciitis?
I have plantar fasciitis, and I've already had a planarectomy. I don't think that's what this is. I think this is something else.
So on the bottom of the page, it does have May 30th on the auction page.
Oh, okay.
Upon further review.
Upon fragile review.
They're very good.
Everybody good? Anybody need anything?
No, I'm fine, thanks.
Good, I'm
No
good.
water? I'm gonna go waddle down and use the head real quick.
Nice. 19 days, 14 hours, and 1.25 minutes. Wow.
Being ripped off by an unscrupulous financial wealth advisor is
Alien Rosenberger. For you, hope you always want me to, me too.
Oh, and they wanted Mark wanted to mention that that Hilton is backed by all the pros, and Bianco is all grassroots. So
Yep.
that makes a big difference.
And you don't think that's just a little hinky, you know?
Still listen to the music.
A buckskin paint. Wow, she's pretty. Look at that.
Oh man,
Isn't that a pretty?
that's also one muscular.
Yeah, it's a mare though. I don't do
You don't-
mares. They're a pain. They're a headache. I had a beautiful buckskin paint mare years ago. Her name was Bonkers because she
been
hit
warned.
her head on everything.
Bonkers.
Yeah. So she bonk her head here, bonk her head there. The reason I bought her, she was at an auction, and she had bopped her head getting out. I saw it happen. She was getting out of the trailer, and she bopped her head, and she had this huge knob on her right here on her forehead, and nobody would touch her. I got her for next to nothing, and she was a 2-year-old at the time, so you can only kind of start a 2-year-old. And when she hit 3 years old, I had Raphael was staying at. I used to have an RV back in the back, and he was living in the RV and working my horses and working everybody else in Norco stuff too. And man, he loved her. He said she was the best horse in Norco at the time.
Wow.
Oh, but a really rich couple. I mean, big buck couple came out to look at another one. They fell in love with her, and she was going somewhere that was going to be like,
Really, really good.
yeah, her stall probably nicer than my house.
Oh yeah.
All right, baby, got green green onions hanging all over the studio. Precious thing gonna keep the vampires away. Welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers right here on
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And for those of you that don't know, that's called Green Onions by Booker T and the MGs. Booker T had quite the band. The MGs were Colonel Steve Cropper,
Right.
Donald Duck Dunn. For those of you that remember the Blues Brothers,
That's the backup band.
pretty much. That
And
was,
they were the backup band for pretty much Motown. And
oh, yeah, everybody. You remember Sam and Dave?
Yes.
Play it, Steve.
That's Steve.
That's Steve Cropper. Yeah, that's the same guy. Those guys had the bona fides. So there you go. All right. You
Hey,
know
this
what?
is our second pop.
I was just going to say, this is our second
Power.
packed hour. That means it's phone calls time. Guys, what's the number?
Come on, 866-870-5752. Once again, that's 866-870-5752.
All right. And speaking of, let's get to Dave in Whittier. How are you, Dave?
Evening, Dave.
Hey, guys. I'm good. So I want to talk about several things that are tied very strongly to public safety. Okay, number one is the Measure ER on the ballot in Los Angeles County, which the LA County Liberal Anti-Law Enforcement Board of Supervisors put on the ballot to raise the sales tax in LA County, 0.5%. That's huge.
Yeah.
And so what do they want it for? For health clinics. Well, excuse me.
Oh, God,
Look
yeah.
at all and this is what they're saying. Because of the federal cuts to Medicaid, which, by the way, LA County, if anyone Googles it, put in Medicaid fraud, Los Angeles County. Huge. And they want 0.5% sales tax, and including the fact that the LA County Board of Supervisors, the LA County Health Department puts out this program. The perfect example, Santa Monica, giving needles out to the homeless, which Langers out there at MacArthur Park, the owner, he has come out and said this is enabling homeless drug
Absolutely.
use. So, and what did Karen Mess say? All of a sudden, she's under pressure during the election. Oh, she's going to stop that needle giveaway program now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the other thing. Big time public safety. Xavier Becerra is candidate for governor, Democrat. Well, 2016, before he became Biden's health secretary, he created the sanctuary city policies, sanctuary state policies, which forbid courts and jails from cooperating with ICE. But before Trump, Obama, and Clinton and Biden, they all had cooperation from the courts, ICE, et cetera, but not now. So what happens? They have to go into neighborhoods and get those criminals, and that's why these people are protesting. So who caused this? Xavier Becerra.
Yep.
Vote no.
On Becerra.
Absolutely.
Vote no Becerra. Vote no ER.
Yeah.
There you go.
Absolutely. The thing they try to disguise as healthcare. It's
tax.
bananas.
That takes you up in LA, what, 11% sales tax?
Yeah, and
What a fraud.
Yeah,
They're the biggest fraudsters.
I agree. And this kid,
That
Nick
LA County
Shirley.
Board of Supervisors, the biggest fraudsters.
Yeah, this kid, Nick Shirley, has been running around and exposing all of this stuff.
Blowing the doors off
Yeah,
of fraud.
and you know, all this
Yeah,
fraud.
and they want to ask you for a sales tax increase. Baloney.
Well, if they really do investigate this fraud, they're going to find out that it's all circling back and going into the Democrat
Exactly
coffer.
where they try to stop them.
Yep.
And all this waste on $240 billion on the homeless. Yeah, and they want a sales tax increase.
I know.
Wasting homeless money.
Never enough
no
money.
effect.
But Dave, I tell you what, here's what you need to do. You need to channel this anger and get out and talk to people and get them to get off the
Exactly.
couch and start voting.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right?
Make them
So
go away.
I appreciate
Yes, sir.
everything that you say, and I agree with you 100%, but it ain't going to matter a bit because we
Right.
all know that
And let me tell you, folks, you all have to do it. Everybody listening.
Yep.
Create a meme and say cell phone picture this and share.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
we got to defeat these people.
Agreed. All right, Dave, thanks for the call. We'll talk to you again, okay? Take care now.
Thanks, Dick.
Thank you,
God bless you.
Bye-bye.
And just in case, I know we have people listening and watching from all over the country. If you have friends or family that are in California and you don't know which way they're going to vote, give them a heads up. Tell them that they need to vote. They want to save this state. They don't want to move out. They don't want to do this. Let them know, folks. Come on. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell your family.
Yeah,
You need to
and
save this
we
state.
don't need rhinos. in California. We already got enough Democrats. So we don't need one pretending to be a Republican. So there's
Look
that.
at your streets. Look at the what's going on. Go to your supermarkets. Go to all these places and see what's going on. The reality is hitting us in the face, folks. It's time for us to stand up.
And again, everybody's complaining about the gas. Well, this is what's going on with the gas. The left has taken off the gloves for the oil companies. Said, go nuts. We're not going. Normally, if Biden was still in office right now, they'd be saying, "Oh no, you can't be doing this. Can't be doing this because we got to protect our phony baloney jobs."
Yep.
And I didn't get a horn for that guy, but anyway, anybody get that? No. I know, Mark. Yeah, that's anyway.
I missed it.
That's what's happening, guys. All of this, now they're trying to bring up another virus.
Oh yeah,
The new hantavirus.
Yeah,
Shut it down. Shut it down. You're living wrong, baby.
And that's exactly what
Too much freedom.
This is what happened in 2020. All during the voting, and guys,
Just in time for the election.
yeah, you got to be smarter than this.
Yep.
So stop it.
manipulated into votes. Come on.
Let's get to our friend Sean in Covina.
Sean.
How are you, Sean?
Evening, Sean.
I'm doing good, and greetings to the three amigos.
Thank you,
Greetings
sir. Always.
What can we do for you, Sean?
I have a fun with guns proposition on two items. I'll start with the first one. I have a time machine, and I want to take you guys back in time. And you, Mark, foolishly follow me along. I take you back to the 1830s, 1836 to be precise. I drop you off in the Alamo. You're there with Jim Bowie and Davy Crockett. You are 2 hours away from being attacked by the Mexican army. You got 200 people versus 4,000 of the Mexican army. You have 2 hours before they attack. I'm going to leave you there, but I'm going to grant you a battle rifle to use. Only one battle rifle, no grenades. You're going to have to. This is going to be a battle rifle to equip the 200 soldiers.
A modern battle rifle.
You have to. You can be any type. It can be a modern. It can be any type you want. It could be an AK. It could be a Mauser. Anything you want. But you only have 2 hours to train these people. These are frontiersmen, and of course they're very easy to train. Oh, by the way, Jeff, you can't train the women. So we're going to start with Mark. You're going to pick a rifle that you can train these gentlemen in 2 hours before the attack.
I'll go with
Mark,
the saw.
What is that rifle?
I'm taking a saw.
the
One
first thing I
one on each corner.
Yeah, that would be a quick battle.
That'll thin them out real quick.
Once again, I said rifle, so you're going to have to pick a rifle.
Okay.
Boy,
That could be an M16. That could be an AK. Pick the rifle, Mark.
I'll tell you what,
gotta
they are
train the people, too.
facing several thousand troops, and they don't have a lot of time to learn how to shoot. AK.
Yeah, AK, and of course, along with this, you got a magazine issue, and so
Adequate resupply.
and then again, they're going to look at this like, what is that?
Point, squeeze, repeat.
But they're not even going to understand the technology of a standard round.
That's true.
So you're going to have to explain to them. You got to take this thing, put it in here, and
Step by step.
I like the AK, but I would go with a FAL, and I'll tell you why. A 308 will get out farther and will do more damage as they come in.
Yep.
I see no flaw in your thesis.
No, that's wonderful.
So that would be mine.
What about you,
That's
Sean?
very good. I will tell right hand that these bumpkins won't take the AK or the FAL. I'm going to have to take a Remington rolling block chambered for a 7mm Mauser. We'll put pointing in first, and then you close it up.
Very nice.
We'll be able to. We'll be able to take the gentlemen. We'll be able to take them out. At least half of them, and the other half will run away because we could even take out their artillery with a 7mm.
Fair enough. I mean, maybe you could get a good shot off and get old Sandy Annie right before he gives, because he's the one to push. The biggest problem with the Alamo itself was it was like defending a sieve.
Yeah.
I mean, that was indefensible.
Gate in the battle, yeah.
I mean, it was indefensible. The 3-foot walls all over the place. The whole thing was crumbling.
And they were outnumbered 20-1.
Yeah. So I mean,
made out of clay.
The fact that they lasted so long is really a detriment on Santa Ana himself, much more so than the the gumption of the guys in the Alamo. But anyway, Sean, as
Always fun.
Yeah, that was
Always a
very
tickle.
cool.
One question before we go.
Real quick, go ahead.
We're probably out of time, but could you, Jeff and Mark, and even Jimbo, can you tell me your cowboy names? I keep on forgetting them. What are your cowboy names?
Mine is HUD, like Housing and Urban Development.
Mine is Frederick Jackson Turner, and that's so long that, and you'll know him from your historical studies. But most folks just call me FJT or Jackson.
Yep.
And everyone just calls me Jimmy the Gent because that's who I am.
That works.
So there you go. And HUD, of course, was
Jimmy the Jet?
HUD is a Paul
How
Newman
about
movie.
the Chino Bandito?
Oh, I love that. That's a great. I'll put that on a shirt.
I like it. All right, Sean, thanks. We got to go.
God bless you,
Talk to you
Sean.
again.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
Always fun questions.
You ready? All right, guys, you're listening to Gunslingers right here on
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
and we now have a couple of open lines. What's the number?
Guys, call in 866-870-5752. Once again, 866-870-5752.
I promise to get off my soapbox. Give us a call. We'll be back right after this.
Come on. My two family members marched to the Alamo even though they were outnumbered. Immortal 32.
He's doing hand signals in there. I have no idea what.
That's what Bowser used to do on the Sean on Nash show.
I gotcha. Okay. Took me,
Well played.
on top of which I couldn't see it. It's like, what the hell's he doing in there?
Bowser from Sean on Nash.
You know, he's still around, still doing it? Yeah.
He's going to be at the Hollywood show in Burbank. At the
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. That's going to be an interesting show. A lot of people from American Graffiti are going to be there.
Yeah, that's
Right?
right. And then Terry McGovern, who was the DJ. I go there to meet him because I interviewed him for my podcast about 2 years ago, and I said, "Well, I'd like to meet you when you're in town." And so,
Very
Nice.
Very cool.
Totally cool.
Bowser.
Bowser from
Oh,
We come again, ooh. Catch us if you can, ooh. Time to get a move on, ooh. We will yell with all of our might. Catch us if you can. Oh, I used to do the high harmony on that thing.
Ooh.
I'm not doing that no more.
When you were playing 7 days a week, you must have been one leather-lunged individual.
Oh man! And keep in mind, I left the band December 31st, 1994. So smoking was still a thing in clubs back then.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
man.
Yeah.
That was
Fog
pretty
rolled
hellacious.
in.
And we used to do casinos in Vegas, and we'd do them for 2 weeks.
Everybody's.
Yeah, I told the story the other day. The very first one, we used to play Arizona Charlie's. This is a casino that is so far off the strip, it's practically in Reno. But it used to be a bowling alley, so it's huge, and they converted it into a casino, and they had this little thing called the Naughty Ladies Review, and we would do, they would do a set, we would do a set till 3 a.m, which is
That's
and
work.
it was a really misnomered name because there was nothing naughty about it. It was like like 1800s can.
Oh, okay. A little
Kinda-
bit
You got to
less.
get guys
Yeah.
in the door.
Yeah, and we would play in between. So after 2 weeks, at the time, that one particular, it was my very first time. I only brought one guitar, and when I got home, I was so sick of that guitar, I didn't play it for like 2 weeks. I opened it,
Oh, man.
and the stench of stale cigarette smoke.
Ooh.
Ugh.
I remember
God.
them days, and you never get rid of it.
Oh,
I
no.
don't know what the heck you could do.
Nothing.
I tried everything. I tried Febreze. I tried dryer.
Yep.
Sheets in there. Oh, my gosh.
man.
Well, speaking of old casinos, the State Line is closing down
Forever.
the last Prim
Oh, no
casino
kidding.
out there.
Oh, that's a bummer.
I just saw that.
Yeah.
I know Buffalo Bills has been closed. In fact, when we were out was January,
Yeah, you wanted-
driving home, Buffalo Bills looked like it had a fire inside. It's probably homeless people.
Oh,
or
yeah.
something. That's such a shame.
It is.
You know, the one of the best cowboy shooting matches of all time, Stampede.
Stampede, right out in Jean,
Yeah, in Jean, Nevada.
right past Prim.
Yeah, about 8 miles in from California.
And I mean the middle of
Nowhere.
Yeah, but it was the Gold Strike. I believe
yeah.
was the casino.
That's right.
And the range was right behind it. So I mean, like get in your car, you drive for 2 minutes, and you're at the range. That was the funnest match. And 14 stages over 2 days, and some of the coolest stages.
The giant bear.
I was just going to say one of my favorite stages of all time. Now, we had a friend, he's no longer with us, named Stony Burke. Okay. Now, Stony was really fast.
Yep.
Okay. Now, picture this, guys. Okay. You start the stage sitting in a chair holding a shot glass that has liquid in it. It was not alcohol, but it was liquid. On the beep, shooter sets the shot glass down. If you knock it over, you get a procedural, 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Okay. Now, they had a 500-yard range for long range there. And they had a full-size piece of steel grizzly bear.
Yep. Whoa. It was a huge freaking target.
I mean, this thing, you could see
Must
this
have weighed
thing.
500 pounds.
Oh, man, you could see this thing for 1.5 miles. I mean, it was big. That was the pistol target for. So you on the beat, put down the shot glass, stand up, draw first pistol, put 5 on the bear, holster, draw second pistol, put 5 on the bear, and this bear was maybe 15 feet away. It was fairly close.
Ooh. But
to prove our point, he drew and went. 5 shots so fast he put the first 3 in the dirt. And that's why starting I'm going to win this match and then moving to I'm going to get a stage win is called Stony Burkitis to this day.
Going down in infamy.
Yeah. Stony was quite a character. There are more stories about Stony, and he's been gone some time.
Hey,
I mean, he died a few years. He died a few years ago, but he had been out of cowboy shooting for quite a while. But
that was a fun gloves off match.
Oh, yeah,
the charcoal
really was.
briquette poppers.
Oh yeah, and
we're used to poppers that go up 20, maybe 25 feet high.
Yeah.
How far would those briquettes go?
Oh, 60, easy. And what a popper is, guys, it's a target that stands up straight. When you shoot it with a shotgun, it falls, and when it falls, it kicks. Usually people use
clay pigeons or
soda cans, and they go up about 6 feet, and you shoot them and you move on. But these little briquettes, and I think they had some kind of special extra high popper, because, man, when it hit...
Those things would go 100 feet in the air. It was insane.
And the year that we had the torrential wind, you remember? It was like 100-mile-an-hour winds.
Bye.
All the vendors there, and back in the day, we used to get lots of vendors. Lost all their stuff. It blew down.
Tents.
The tents, everything went. And so here I am, and I'm clean, and I'm 12 stages in. Still 2 more to go, and I pop up, and I am essing bricks. Let's just put that away, because I want to keep my clean match, and I got to shoot these briquettes, and I'm watching them. They're going
and making a right-hand turn and disappearing to New Mexico.
Yeah, at 100 miles an hour.
Yes.
So here I am, and so what I did, I go, hey, you know what? So I shot it, and before that thing even hit the ground, I was already loaded, and I got that thing about 2 feet off the ground.
Before it had a chance.
Before it got a chance in the air, and I got all 4 of them. It was 8 total shotgun shots. I knocked the one down, got the second one down, knocked the one down. I was cooking.
Ooh!
And back in the old days when I used to shoot a 97, and being a lefty, it's just a natural gun, because it's right there, and I only had to do 2 at a time. Didn't have to pull 4, so it was really fast.
That is cool.
Yeah, and man, I got all 4 of those briquettes. Could not believe it.
Before they're catapulted out of the arena.
550 shooters, 3 clean shooters.
Whoa.
I was one of them. Yeah. So, go figure.
I was not.
I remember not that particular year, but we're shooting a stage, and I walk up, and when the Marlin Cowboy was a brand new lever gun, okay, beautiful octagon barrel, and I'm out of stage, and it started raining. Oh boy! Well, let's go really quick. Well, that rain turned to hail in about 1/8 of a second.
I have a story.
And the beep goes off. I pulled that rifle up, and that hail is hitting my barrel and stacking up over my sight.
Over the sight line.
I have to kick it sideways
so you can use your
so
freaking
I
sights.
can use the sights. Yeah. And back then, it wasn't like today where the targets are really close.
Okay.
These things were out at 25.
Needed your sights.
You needed sights.
Oh man, crazy times. Lots of fun there. Though.
I remember it was Stampede where I had a real aha moment. It was the afternoon. I want to say the match was over and people standing around and packing their stuff and get ready to go. And I was standing on a bluff wearing long underwear, tall boots, cowboy pants, a shirt, a vest, a big old duster, big old bandana wrapped around my ears and face. And I was standing out there going, because the weather was always, it seems to me, always kind of harsh out there.
Yeah.
And I was completely comfortable in this stuff. And that was when I came to the realization that all this stuff that we wear kind of for costuming, if you cowboy action shoot, this stuff really did work.
Yeah.
And that's how people stayed alive. As Engineer Bill used to say, it's not rocket science. It's what they did before we had rockets. But the stuff all worked. The big oilskin coat worked.
Yeah, I have so many stories. They had a stage, and this is before the traveling rule. Well, the traveling rule in SAS, again, once you've cocked a gun,
Once hammer's back,
you cannot move. You have to shoot. Well, they had a stage that was, it was a train. You remember and it had windows.
yes.
And,
oh, Lord.
and behind every window was a target. So you had to shoot and move. But back then you could. So the other thing that the place was famous for was rocks.
Ooh.
They
that
claimed
freaking was a rock farm.
they claimed that they grew rocks there because it was
where we make them all.
It was so rocky. So here I am now. Keep in mind, I'm shooting one-handed and I'm moving from my left to my right. So this is perfect for me. On the beep, I draw my pistol. I get to the first window. Boom. I'm going to the second window. Boom. I go to the third window and I kicked one of these growing rocks and I started to trip.
That sounds dangerous. Off
It
the
was
bat.
unbelievable. And of all people in the world, Sam Houston, running the timer, catches me, throws me back into the stage, and I continued on.
No big thing.
I never had my handgun down. I kept it up at all times towards the target. I'm just going like, oh,
Get up there, boy.
and he grabbed me and pushed me back, and I went right back to it and finished out the stage. And everybody was so mad that nobody had it filmed.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just like one of those things.
Man, but what a story.
Yeah, it was lots
That
of.
was 25 years ago. Not everybody had a cell phone with a camera on it.
Not anybody had a cell phone with a
Yeah.
camera.
People were camcording up
Oh
there.
man, I tell you what.
Good times.
Yeah, that was a fantastic match, and then of course the big dinner after.
Yeah.
There was a huge dinner. Everybody would either stay at the Gold Strike or at Buffalo Bill's because it's all cowboy stuff. But the dinner would be at the Prim on the other side of the freeway, and everybody would meet at Buffalo Bill's, take the tram over the freeway, and here we are, 30 cowboy shooters dressed to the nines, and we got on this tram with a pile of Japanese tourists.
Oh,
They must have been beside themselves.
They were giddy. And
America!
And here comes Ivory Jack, a good friend of everybody. Great big guy. He's about 6'2", and he steps on and says, "Put your hands up. This is a holdup." Oh man, you should have seen the
I've never heard
faces
this
light.
story.
Oh, it was so fun. They were just loving it.
Oh, man.
And I heard this at least 10 times. Clint Eastwood.
Oh, yeah.
It was absolutely amazing. Those were great days.
Good stuff.
That was when cowboy shooting was at its zenith.
Yep.
And people wonder why we stay.
Come back, folks. Bring it on back.
All right, guys, quick. What's the phone number?
866-870-5752. Again, 866-870-5752.
Clint Eastwood.
Army, his brother was in charge of a column. Santa Anna's brother was in charge of a column, and the good citizens of Gonzales snuck out, stole one of his cannons. He gave them, "You have 12 hours to surrender your arms." They snuck out, stole the cannon, pointed at the army, and said,
Yeah, bring it.
"Come and take it."
Yeah.
Now, that is a great story and something the Texans tell with pride.
Yeah.
However, Santa Anna later went to that town and massacred everybody. So it did not pay off well. Great story, and I have the "Come and Take It" shirt with the single cannon.
Come and take it.
But did not work out well for the citizens of Gonzales. Sorry to say that. You have a canyon in Pico River pointed out over the San Gabriel River.
Yep.
Shooting, fun shooting memories.
Yeah, they love everyone's really digging these reminiscent stories.
Oh, there's so many. They were cowboy shooting, guys. In its day, the shooting itself wasn't what it was about. It was a week-long party. Oh yeah, and some shooting.
I went to a party and a shooting match broke out.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly.
I mean, it was literally the last thing. I've told the story a million times. Spencer and his dad, they were fairly new to the game, and Steve had gotten the stomach flu to the max. He's stuck in their thing, and I picked up Spence every morning at their trailer, and he and I went to breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a week solid. Never hit the same place twice, and got fed everywhere we went. That was what it was like. It was just absolutely the coolest thing ever.
I have shot many, many kinds of competition, and I know you have as well. And there is absolutely nothing which is so much fun.
Yeah.
Not just to do, but around the periphery, the people, the attitude, the environment.
It was,
and that's why we still do it.
Yeah, it really is, and you know, it gets tough on me once in a while because I start reminiscing about stuff like this, and you know, you see the grin on my face, and it's a bummer because that's never going to come back. I mean, and I've got lots of good friends out there now, but it's just different.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I was in my 30s when I started cowboy action shooting, and you know, I was the kid. You know,
right.
Back then, you know, nowadays when you pick up brass, because everybody picks up brass, we have the pickers. Back when I started, I was the picker because I was the only guy that could bend over and pick up the brass. You know, and so they'd yell for me, Jeff. And something else I was thinking about today. You remember this? Shooter, understand the course, fire.
God, yes.
Shooter ready, stand by. That's how you used to start a
now you guys everyone's got their
now
own
it's just
cool little
shooter ready, stand by.
Yeah.
Kat says it was also famous for the roller coaster after the shooting. Buffalo Bills had a kind of a wacky roller coaster.
And you had a rifle and you got to shoot at stuff. That was cool. It was bitching, yeah. Well, yeah, we all went on it, you remember? It was me and Kat and Coop and Washoe and Washoe's wife Linda and Maggie and Smoke. We took and it was like the log ride from Knott's Berry Farm, and you cruise through that. Oh, it was so bitchin', so much fun back then. And then you know you wake up and you're in Buffalo Bills for Christ's sake. You know,
yeah,
it was really cool.
Yep.
As I walk along, I wonder what went wrong with our love. A love that felt so strong.
Farfisa, Oregon.
And as I stood, great song.
Dang good song.
Yeah, I'm not doing that in high notes.
It's all high notes.
Well, yeah, welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers Radio On.
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And we've got Dan we're going to get to in a second, but what's that number, Jimmy?
Guys, 866-870-5752. Again, 866-870-5752.
We only have 2 more segments and we're gone.
Come on.
All right, let's get to Dan in Fullerton. Dan, what can we do for you, sir?
Hey, another night with great music. You got to go to Gunslingers for music.
Oh yeah.
I got a gun story, and I got 2 loony progressive stories. I'll make them real quick.
Okay.
A buddy of mine, an acquaintance, I should say, was a Whittier cop for almost 40 years. And when he was a rookie back in the early 60s, Whittier Boulevard at the time, it was a cruise night, Friday and Saturday night.
Let's take a trip down Whittier Boulevard.
That's right. Well, this was in Whittier. That Whittier Boulevard was in East L.A., but anyway, so they spotted a stolen car. It was a 57 Chevy, and they chased this kid up into the hills and up into the Ritzy area, actually, above the boulevard there, and they pulled him over, and the kid wouldn't get out of the car. It was kind of like you see today, actually. Mm-hmm. And then he started to take off, and this acquaintance of mine was a rookie at the time, but his partner pulled out his .357 and put 2 rounds through the guy's left quarter panel, right through the block. Completely destroyed that 283 engine.
Yeah, that's.
So there's your story you were asking
There you
about.
go.
Oh, yeah.
You're hands-on. Thank you.
Okay, here's my first loony story. You also played Summertime Blues.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs. 69, August of 69, Woodstock. The Who open up, or pardon me, they close the first night. They were the headliners, and their first song was Summertime Blues. And after the song was over, Pete Townsend, as was his habit, went back to adjust his amplifiers. He had an almost addictive habit of doing that. And while he's back there messing around with his amp, he hears this guy talking on the microphone, his mic. And he turns around and looks, and there's Abby Hoffman.
Yeah.
Steal this
Abby
book.
Hoffman's on stage somehow. The stage was like 100 yards wide. It was incredible.
Yeah.
All these people on stage, and he had like a pass to go to any of these events. And Abby was telling a story, or not telling a story, but he was doing a rant about how terrible you people are here celebrating the 60s and having a great time and singing and carrying on while there's people starving all around the world. This is the worst thing I've ever seen, blah, blah. And Pete Townsend went nuts and went over there with his guitar and cold-cocked Abby Hoffman, knocked him out, and then got on the microphone and went on his own rant, yelling and screaming. I can't tell it on radio what he said, but it was
colorful.
He was pretty foul. Don't any of you out there try this again. Anyway, the last loony story I have was 1971. I was a freshman at Whittier College, and Jane Fonda came to the campus, and she said she'd just come back from Vietnam in December, and this is March, and she said, amongst other things, I met with these prisoners of war that the Nixon administration is trying to convince you are being tortured and all this. And she says, not only are they not being tortured, the American POWs,
Right.
with their broken shoulders and collarbones and all that. Not only are they not being abused, they're using psychological techniques that the CIA trained them to use to torment their captors.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it was the poor North Vietnamese prison guards that were being
Those poor guards.
tortured by these American POWs.
That did not age well.
And these kids, all these kids, I remember these kids saying, "Oh God, that's disgusting! How terrible those American military guys are." So when you listen to Tom Steyer's latest ads,
can you believe that?
Who's endorsing him and saying what a great guy he is?
Yeah.
This lunatic.
Yeah, Hanoi Jane herself.
Absolutely, Hanoi Jane herself is anointing this jackass Steyer, who isn't qualified to be in any government position. Nope. He should go back to making billions of dollars.
Good for him.
And leave the rest of us the hell alone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stay away from petroleum, please.
All right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Do I have time for one more quick story?
Real quick. Go ahead.
Buddy of mine bought a house 25 years ago, and about 15 years ago, he had a problem underneath the house. He had a crawl space, went into the house. Long story short, there was a box that had been nailed into the floor joist, and he went back out, got it, came back in with a claw hammer, pulled this box out. It was all taped up, took it into his garage, cut it open. He found a Colt Python 357 Magnum, a 25 ACP Colt, and $3,000 cash.
Ooh.
Somebody had a bug-out box.
Yeah.
Well, there was an old man that had lived there, and the house had been abandoned. The old man died in the house, and the house had sat there for 5 years. Anyway, so I said, well, what'd you do with the cash? He said, well, I spent it. But he still has the gun, and he was able to, he had an associate who had a son on the LAPD, and they were able to check the numbers on it. the gun appears to be. It was in the original box. The Colt Python.
Box is worth a bit.
Purchased in like '66, and the 6-inch blue, and it appears to be brand new,
Beauty.
unused,
Wow.
unfired. So that's my contribution for the night, and keep the music flowing, boys.
Thank you, sir.
Love it.
Thank you so much.
Take care, Dan.
God bless.
Bye-bye.
Good stories from back in the day, man.
Well, I got one to rival that, not to outdo him, but I had a gentleman, and you were there.
Oh, yeah, I know this
I
stuff.
had a gentleman come in, elderly, and he had decided, well, I think his family had decided to put him in a facility. So they were going through, and they picked up the couch, and they found several handguns. And
In the couch?
Under the couch. And they brought them in, and they were beauties. I mean, I'm talking Browning High Power. There was a Colt Python. There was a Smith & Wesson Kodiak, I believe.
Wow.
Or was that? No,
That's the Colt.
Kodiak, Smith & Wesson Model 29. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Nothing wrong with his taste.
Yeah, and he brought them in, and of course, California, you have to put them into the FDAS, which stands for FDAS. Anyway,
Never heard it put better.
thank you kindly. And so we do this, and we wait the 30 days. Okay, we put them out day one. Boom, 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 boom. All of them sold within an hour because they were all choice. And, everybody we had showed, and so they were all waiting on them. They're all sold. And then we start getting notifications from DOJ. Don't release this gun. Don't release it. All of them got don't release. So what,
All of them were hot listed.
yeah, so I call a friend and find out that, works for the PD because they do not let us find any info on these guys.
Sure.
So, we're trying to figure out what's going on. Well, as it turned out, Grandpa couldn't find these guns,
So he reported them.
all stolen,
All of them stolen.
and never unreported them. So, now I'm stuck. So I have to go to Corona and pick him up because he's too old to drive. I had to pick him up in Corona. I had to take him to Corona PD. I had to take him to Riverside County Sheriff's Department. I had to take him to Glendora PD and get all of these guns cleared. This is the man.
Check.
Here's the guy. Here's his ID. He's the one that called them in stolen. He's the one that brought them in.
They were under the sofa.
Unbelievable. Yeah, he just forgot where he put them and
Forgot
figured
'em
better
all.
safe than sorry.
Better check him in. I thought you were going to bring up another story where he's saying he found some money. You were at a place that you found a good amount.
Yeah, a dear friend of ours and good customer for 20 plus years that passed away, and his wife had called and said, please get this stuff out. I don't want any of this stuff. So we went and picked it up. It was the big U-Haul truck that I had. It was 2.5 trips.
Wow.
That's how much stuff. Yeah. So we're going through blah, 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 blah. And Mike finds this red bag. It looked, for all sense and purposes, it looked like a first aid kit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was kind of a red bag. And he goes, uh-oh, I got money. All right, throw it in my truck. I'll take it back tomorrow. Well, we also found cases of cigarettes. We also found ammo cans full of Oxycontins.
Oh, man. Stowing away.
He was definitely storing away because I don't think Siggy's hold.
No.
I think they go stale, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know what was going on with that. But anyway, so there's money. So I go home. Don't think about, you know what? I left that bag of money. I better go get it. So I go out to the car. I grab it. I bring it.
It's like on the front seat.
Yeah. And I go, that's kind of, I've got to count this.
Heavy.
It was $98,000 in cash. And I'm just like, you got to be kidding me.
Just out of nowhere.
And okay, so and now I go into full panic mode, not because of the money, because why isn't it 100,000? And am I going to get accused of taking it?
Right? Why is it short?
It's like, well, there should be 100 grand, not 98,000. And I didn't sleep all night over that. When I get there the next day, I handed her I said, listen, we found some money. And she goes, oh, we thought there might be some out there. And I said, there's $98,000 in here. She didn't say nothing. She said, okay, took it from me, tossed it on the couch, and we just went on about our business. Didn't say thanks.
Nothing.
Screw you. And just, didn't count it. Nothing.
Nothing.
Just took it from me and tossed it on the couch.
Like it was nothing.
And that was the end of it.
Wow. Okay. Pleasure doing business with you. You're welcome.
Yeah.
That was the story I was thinking, but I remember that story too.
Yeah. 28 years.
A lot of stories.
I've got a few. Yeah. Okay. What do we? Oh, there's the music. Okay. we still got time for a.
Come on, guys. 866-870-5752. One more time, because this is going to be our last segment right now. 866-870-5752. Call in now.
You got stories? Share them.
And we're going to go out with the Monkees. We'll be back right after this.
This has been remastered.
No words never were true. Hide nobody but you. Oh, Brent from LA's back.
Yay.
Everything I touch.
That's just.
He keeps banging that.
Yeah.
Did you get it cleared?
You know, I
love this. Did you score a point?
Yeah, just on the line. I got them to come out. I just don't know what's in my chamber that's causing it. It was on the takeout. You know, it wasn't the pull-in. It was on the takeout, and I don't know.
45 Colt, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know what was.
You know me, I swab every single stage.
Yeah.
I swab the bore.
Probably a good idea.
And it still could be a burr or something like that.
Who knows? But I'll call Benji and have him come out and clean it. Deuce Coupe, you don't know what I got.
Everybody down and up.
Well, I'm not bragging, babe, so don't put me down. But I got the fastest set of wheels in town. If someone come up to me, he don't even try. 'Cause if he had a set of wings, man, I know she would fly. She's my little Deuce Coupe. You don't know what I got. Welcome back, everybody, to our last segment, and we got calls, so let's get right to them. Brent in L.A. How are you, Brent?
Shalom, you red, white, and blue MAGA mama loving gunslingers.
Shalom, Brent.
What's going on?
Clarice and Shalom.
Well, in deference, love, and respect to our blessed and inexcusably underappreciated American mothers, I hope you will excuse me for recommending a great classic movie that is so outstanding it doesn't need a single gunfight or firearm in its plot, theme, or story development to make it a Gunslinger Mother's Day MAGA special.
Let's go.
What is it?
From 1948, a forgotten and unappreciated classic gem titled I Remember Mama.
Oh, yeah.
Starring Irene Dunn.
Mm-hmm.
Irene Dunn and Barbara Ben Geddes, about a young aspiring novelist remembering her simple, wise, and quietly heroic Norwegian immigrant mother who raised her poor, proud, and dignified family in 1910 San Francisco. Huh? And it's a movie that reminds us of noble American dreams, moral, hardworking immigrants with loving family values, and a positive, optimistic outlook that needs to be remembered and restored.
Oh, agreed. Agreed.
I like that. Why do most people know Irene Dunn, by the way?
Yeah. Huh.
Her most famous role, I think. That's
Oh, Granny.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Beverly
okay.
Hillbillies.
Okay. That Irene Dunn.
Oh, Irene Dunn.
I think it's a different Irene Dunn.
Hey,
you talking about Beverly Hillbillies?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think she was Irene Ryan. I think that Granny was Irene Ryan.
Oh, if I'm wrong, God, somebody correct this. Call me.
I'm all over
Facebook us.
Real quick, while they're doing that, Brent, have you ever seen a movie called Marty with Ernest?
Oh man,
Ernest Borgnine.
I did a long time ago.
Well, it's kind of in the same vein, although the mom's not quite as nice as I Remember Mama. But this is kind of like second generation Italian. And if you get a chance, it's not a real long. It's only like 70 minutes. But Marty is just one of my absolute hands down
great film.
favorite movies of all time. It's just such a great show. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's very touching. And I was also wanting to throw in at the end to celebrate Mother's Day as well. A woman that's been totally overlooked, the first female trainer and mother who won the Kentucky Derby with the horse Golden Tempo. Won with 23-1 odds, and so we have our first mother who won the Kentucky Derby.
Oh wow, very cool.
And I'm going to preach my cultural illiteracy here. I did not watch TV growing up. It was Irene Ryan. My bad. Thank you for correcting
Irene
us.
Ryan.
Thanks, Jimmy.
All right, Brent. Thanks we'll talk to you again.
God bless you, Brent.
Absolutely. See ya.
Bye-bye. All right, let's jump over to Christopher in East LA. Christopher, what can we do for you, sir?
Evening, Chris.
Hi, how are you? You know, you fight crime,
How?
you shoot back.
Hey.
There you go.
Stand your ground.
All right. Well, I like that. Short to the point.
I love it.
You got a joke you want to share?
Has to be a clean one.
Hey, you fight $36,000 in the wall, and you give it back.
Hey.
No,
Right.
it was 98,000, but yes, I did.
He would have given $76,000 back to it.
I had an old boss. They found $36,000 in a wall. It was LFD, retired,
Wow.
and they turned it back. They're all looking at each other like, should we take it? Should we put it in our pocket? And they did the honest thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to claim that I didn't think of that for a second myself, but you know, that's life-changing money, and there's just no way. Just can't do it. Anyway, Chris, thanks.
Hey, this was a Watts. This was in a Watts in like late 80s, early 90s.
Mm-hmm.
But they all looked at each other like, no.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Okay, Chris, we got another call coming in. We got to go. Talk to you later. Take care.
Thanks for the call, man.
Thanks, Chris. Be safe.
Yeah. I think Chris had been imbibing, maybe just a little bit. All right. We got another call coming in. In the meantime, what do you guys got going this week?
Oh, man, the kids are coming up on summer break soon, and I'm trying to
that's right.
prep the house to be destroyed. So I'm backing all the windows, nailing down the rugs.
How old is little Jimmy now?
He'll be 16 in November. Taller than I am.
Oh, my gosh.
And he is a strapping young boy. And I took Jet to the park yesterday or today, and he was wearing my shorts. He is 10 years old.
Oh,
And he's wearing
man.
clothes that fit you.
I'm like, you are a brick.
Got a moose on your hands.
I do.
All right. That's Sean in L.A. Okay. Sean, what can we do for you?
Evening, Sean.
Hey, good evening, guys. How you doing?
Doing good.
Nice to talk to you again.
Hey, Sean.
Just want to let you know I got a nice story, or not kind of an evil story about Jane Fonda of Johnny Jane.
Mm-hmm.
She was there in Vietnam in '72 too. My cousin Charles was killed, Marine, in 1967. He's only 19.
Jeez.
But what a lot of people don't know is Jane Fonda, when she visited the prisoners of war, they gave her information.
Mm-hmm.
The prisoners of war did.
Oh, yeah.
That they wanted out. Well, what she did, she turned around and gave it to the North Vietnamese.
Yes, she
All
did.
those guys got punched.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so she's a real crock. So
Agreed.
Whatever your opinion of the Vietnam War is, that's horrible behavior.
A lot of it were people to try and get a hold of their
Contact families.
so that they could know that they were still alive. Some of them was, how bad they were being treated. Please help.
Mm-hmm.
And she just. There's actually film of her handing these to the Vietnamese. So yeah, she's just not a good person, and I don't care how old you get. Some people just don't get to be forgiven.
Oh no,
and she's one of them.
Yeah. No, she cannot ring that bell.
That breaks my heart.
Yeah, and Tom Steyer is using her as a spokesperson.
Yeah, well, makes sense.
Yeah, well, it does, I guess, if you're him.
Yeah, propaganda doesn't stop by age, right?
Bad move. Let's just put it that way. Yeah.
And it'll follow her for all time.
Anyway, thank
She'll
you,
pay
guys.
someday.
I really appreciate it.
Okay, you bet, Sean. Thanks for the call.
horn,
God bless you,
Bye-bye.
Sean. Be safe.
Okay, Mark, what are you up to this week?
Oh, well, I am I'm writing the book of the autobiography of the car guy. We're wrapping that up, and it is a surprisingly good book.
Ooh.
This is the guy with substantial.
Even if he does say so himself.
No, I'm just writing down his words.
Oh, okay.
I'm just writing down his words. It's that's kind of exciting. Then getting ready for this is festival season, and so the boys are getting really busy. So I'm trying to finish an album, and you know all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow.
How about you?
Tomorrow, I have to go pick up what I've been told is somewhere between 5 and 10 tons of ammo.
Oh boy,
Tons with a T. Yeah, they said that Pop has passed away, and we had already gone out and picked up. It was about 135 firearms. Well, now they found the ammo. It was in a hidden spot in the garage.
That must have been a big.
Yeah, it was. He had the garage kind of sectioned, and they couldn't figure out because there was so much stuff in there. Well, why does the garage seem so small? Oh,
behind the false door.
Yeah, so we're going tomorrow to get all the ammo and bring that back to the Azusa store. So if you guys need an ammo, we're going to have cases and cases and cases tomorrow. So you might want to head by.
Schwank.
Lots of good stuff.
That's a lot of work, man.
Yeah.
Take a forklift.
And then I'm going to go from there. I'm going to head over to my mechanic, Vinny Boombots. I'm going to go over to Vinny's and see if how the Mustang's coming, because in June I'm going to be doing the Steve McQueen show in Chino, and we're going to be taking the bullet. We got another quick call. Let's get Debbie in Whittier. Debbie, how are you?
Hello, I am well in the Lord. How are you guys doing?
Good,
Debbie.
Good to hear, Debbie.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And I won't say my little joke, but you already know it. So I heard a little bit. I was kind of on Mother's Day calls. Electionforum.org. That's a great voter guide. Okay. Electionforum.org, and then we know the 870, who sponsors you or whatever, has Jennifer Horn has a voter guide for Los Angeles. But this is California, Tennessee, judges nationwide, and California governor comparison chart. So I have a question. Yeah. Did you get that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question. Jennifer Horn has both Chad Bianco and Steve Hilton on every week. And she has said that Steve Hilton is pro-gay marriage. Have you heard that?
Have you?
No, but I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised in the slightest. He is a very left-leaning Republican. Let's just put it that way.
He's lefter than Cenk Uygur.
Yeah. He's also come out in the past saying that he was for reparations. He's also come out He's also come out in the past being very vehemently anti-gun. Yeah. His wife is an uber leftist.
The businesses that he did, when he says he's a business owner, check up the businesses that he did pretty much start and all that. They were funding a lot of the things that helped destroy this state and brainwash a lot of kids. So just in case you want to see his businesses. Go ahead.
All of a sudden, it's hard to hear you. But his businesses were funding what, Jimmy?
A lot of the things that he blames other people for, like BLM or Hillary Clinton and things like that. So just everyone do your own research, see the type of businesses that he was running and all that, because it makes a big difference.
And all the hit pieces you see on Chad Bianco, you know where they're coming from.
Yes.
Debbie, we got to go. Thanks for the call. We'll talk to you.
God bless you, Debbie.
And I wish Leon was on. Is there any way I can connect with Leon?
You know what? Well, I'm going to call him this week, and I'll see how he's settling in, and we'll see if we can't figure out a way to have him back on the show. Okay?
Okay. Thank you. God bless. Good job, guys.
Bless you, Debbie.
All right. There's the old music on the wall. Yeah. We got to go. Just want to say, don't forget to smile. It's just a little curve sets a lot of things straight. Thanks, Leon, for that. We'll see you guys next week. Good night.
Love you guys. God bless you.
Bye.